What's up, guys? Acquiredotcom recently had a webinar about how much your startup is worth and how to value your startup. And they went through a lot of super useful information in it, but I did feel that a lot of it was geared towards higher multiple and higher value startups. So I thought it would be interesting to take a look at some of the lower ranges that Andrew didn't touch upon too much in his um, webinar, which of course, they're doing what they're doing, nothing against them, but yeah, just wanted to thought this would be like something fun to do. So yeah, first actually I wanted to look at this chart. I really like it. It's that deals sold by startup type. So as you can see, like SaaS is the massive majority, right? And then e-commerce, and then everything else is just like small fractions of that. So yeah, I find this really interesting, and we'll mainly be looking at SaaS businesses in most of the data that they show us. So yeah, looking at the presentation itself, of course, Acquire being awesome like they are, have done a lot of cool stuff. Um, yeah, so first he did talk about the pricing sweet spot. I think this is like as relevant for micro acquisitions as it is for the larger ones, right? Where depending on how close to market value you price your startups, you're gonna get more buyer interest, right? Um, then, of course, we spoke a bit more about terms for micro acquisitions. This is generally not as important because there aren't so many factors to consider, right? This was, of course, not for micro acquisitions in any way. Neither is this, micro acquisitions will most probably be by other individuals, such as me or you watching this video, somebody working at Fang, or an investment banker who wants to get out of his job, things like that. You're not generally going to get a lot of as many institutions in the lower spaces. Um, so yeah, this again, not so much for us, unfortunately, um, but still useful to know. Yeah, so this is why I thought it would be super interesting to actually zoom more into, let's say, below 5,000 TTM profit, right? So that's 5,000 profit in the past year. I think that's like a good sliver to look at. That's something valued between 15 to 25K ideally. So perfect micro acquisition. So yeah, if you actually like, let's say we pretend to draw a line. I don't know if I can do that on Loom. No, I can't. That would have been cool. I don't know. Let me see if I can figure that out. So I don't know if y'all are gonna like this as much, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to show, which is like I took about like 1/10, of what we have over here with 50,000 profit. So at about less than 5,000 profit. Um, yeah, we have a massive range, right? This is where below 5,000 was where all of the outliers are, right? It's like you don't see as much wide range as you go up the profitability, right? And that's really interesting because I think micro acquisitions are the ones that have the most potential, right? And if you look here, it really is like scattered all the way between from literally from 1 to all the way up to like 8 9 times profit multiple, right? So I'd say majority, from even what I've seen and what Acquire is showing, is around the like 2 to 5x profit multiple mark. Obviously really depends business to business, but yeah, I'd say 2 to 5x is generally what I like seeing. And of course there's a lot of outliers, right? And that's because in the micro acquisition space there's so many that get a lot of traction very quickly, things like that. And then looking more specifically at revenue multiples, I think we see just more standardization, because profit is the king, that is what people are willing to pay higher multiples on. People aren't as willing to pay higher multiples on revenue. So, yeah, I definitely think that the profit stuff is more interesting. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this.